this really is a leftover banana recipe. I buy a lot of bananas because they happen to be so cheap at the store. I usually buy a bunch of them, and they'll sit in my house and I won't use them. I'll say I'm going to take them to work as a snack and then I completely forget. So this is a great way to use up those bananas that you have sitting in your house that might have like a day or so left and you don't want to throw them out. And I just came up with this really quick because I didn't want to spend all day in the kitchen baking and I didn't feel like measuring a whole bunch of ingredients. I wanted to keep it as simple as possible. So as you guys can see, the first step that I'm doing here is I grabbed 2 bananas, put them in little pieces, and then I just grabbed a potato masher and we're just going to smash them up. And you can use a fork or whatever else you have in your house. It doesn't have to be the same thing I'm using. And just get them until they're a nice consistency. If you like them a little bit thicker, that's fine. If you want to mash them up or even use a mixer, perfect. With this recipe, there are no rules, my friends. That's one of the reasons I like it. I actually made this right when I came home from work, and I told everybody in my house that I made banana bread. They're like, when? You've been home for 30 minutes since you worked all day. I'm like, yeah, it took me only 30 minutes to make it. It was really easy. Then I'm just going to pour in some sugar right over your smashed bananas, and then a little bit of salt, just a little pinch to bring everything together, and then 1 egg. And again, I can't even talk. Can you guys tell that I worked all day and I made this? And then you're just gonna grab your little thing, whisk. It's called a whisk. And then just keep on mixing until everything's combined. And it looks almost like a batter, like a pancake batter or something. Really good. And if you want a more intense banana flavor, you can add more than 2 of them. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, no rules. If you want to add 4 bananas, go ahead. You want to add 5, whatever. Then I'm adding in some melted butter. And make sure it's not hot, otherwise it's going to cook the eggs and you don't want scrambled eggs. So just continue to whisk away. And then I'm adding flour. And this takes a little bit of muscle power here. This took me a while to get that all combined. I had to use my strength. And then if you find that you can't mix it that well with a whisk, you can always just grab a spatula and then just give it a little, you know, that old technique where you pick it up and then drop it. Which you'll see I'm going to do in a second because my arm got really tired sitting there and doing this. Not the most exciting video, but probably one of the easiest ones that I've made. You guys get to sit here and watch me stir stuff. So exciting. Alright, there I go with my spatula. And then I'm just picking it up and dropping it just to get all the flour incorporated so you get it all mixed in there. And you can use a mixer if you want to, but I didn't feel like taking it out. You know, the mixer is so big and bulky, and it's a pain in the ass to clean. Then you have to do all this extra stuff. I know that sounds really lazy, but if you worked all day, then you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's just about combined. And pretty much at this point, you can probably pop it in the oven. But I had some chocolate chips and walnuts in my fridge, so I decided to add those in at the end. You don't have to, it's completely optional. Don't go out and buy it. Ooh, that's baking soda. Just a little bit of baking soda. Can't even talk. 1 teaspoon of baking soda in a little bit of water. And I just mixed that in. Oh, Lord help me. And by the way, I ate like half of this banana bread after I made it. So bad. So bad. I'm supposed to be healthy for the summer, but oh well. Screw that idea, I guess. We just keep on mixing it, and I think that's good. I'm done mixing. It's combined. Chocolate chips and walnuts, I didn't measure. I just did whatever I had left in my fridge. It was like a little handful or something. So I'm going to combine that. It looks almost like a cookie dough or something, but it's a little thicker. And then just pour it in a pan that you would use for pound cake. Bake it, and then it's done. Yeah, baby. How easy was that? And there's the pan that I'm using. We're going to grab our banana bread mix, put it right on in. Obviously, you guys are like, duh, we know how to do this part, thanks. Thanks for the tip. We didn't know how to put it in the pan. I don't know why the hell I filmed this part. Something's wrong with me. So you put it on in there, bake it in the oven, 350 degrees for 45 minutes, and if you're really super badass like me, eat it when it's warm and put a big scoop of caramel ice cream on top. Hope you guys enjoyed this recipe and try it out. Probably have most of the ingredients in your house.